I was paid 400 Ghana cedis
At that time.
at that time, and that was 2010, if I'm right. I was
That,
paid 400 Ghana cedis, so I was like, wow. I think my movie career is just about to kickstart.
of course, of
Yeah.
course.
So when the production was going back, the DOP now called me and told me that they are not here. He has given me my first exposure, so I should take it on from there. He introduced me to someone in the Ghana movie industry, a very popular person. Okay, that in case I'm still looking for jobs, the guy can help me. I said okay. So the production finally left, and then the guy told me it's all about money. Back then, they were still selling scripts. You have to pay. You have to buy scripts. Back
To
then.
the actors.
Yeah, to the actors. People
That's
actually bought scripts. So he said if I really want to, then I have to pay him. I have to give him money before he gets me a role. I still never give up. But at that particular point, I had to put a pause on my career and focus on my studies because I was really, my grades were really
You're lagging behind.
Yes. So I went back to Cape Coast, and then all throughout my last 2 years in the university, I never did anything pertaining to acting. So God willing, I completed 2013. Yeah. I didn't want to serve. I didn't want to do my national service.
Okay.
So I told myself, this is the time for me to go fully into movies. So I traveled to Nigeria. I traveled to Nigeria. Luckily for me, my sister was still living in Nigeria by then.
Okay.
So I was in her house trying. Okay, I went for some couple of auditions in Nigeria, and nothing fruitful came out of it.
Okay.
So one day I got a call, okay, from a friend back in Ghana here. He gave me a certain director's number that I should call the director. The director was going to help me. I said, okay, no problem. So I called the director and I told the director, my name is Alex. I got your number from so person. He said, okay, how may he help me? I said, I'm actually an actor, okay, but I'm a Nigerian. I've schooled in Ghana. I came here to pursue my acting career. He said, okay, no problem. I should pick a car and meet him up at Lekki. I was at mainland.
Okay.
And that was like 5 p.m. From mainland to Lekki was traffic. It's a long journey.
Yeah.
So I told him that, okay, I'll be coming around tomorrow. He said, fine, no problem. Tomorrow I went to him. We sat down, we discussed. And he said, okay, since it was his friend that recommended me, he assumed that I'm good. So this is your script, okay? We are shooting in the next 2 weeks. So you can go back and study the script. This is your role. All that. I said, okay, fine. So I got back home. I was so happy. My sister, I called my mom. In fact, I've made it because the director is one of the biggest directors in Nigeria. So I came back, studied the script for 2 weeks. It was time for shoot. We all had to lodge in a hotel. So when I arrived at the hotel, I saw so many big
Names,
artists,
big
names,
yeah.
the likes of Tonto, Mercy Johnson.
Oh, then it was a very big movie.
So that should tell you it's a very big production. So I was really happy. I was in my room. Okay, they gave me a separate room. I was in my room. I was feeling like a king because this treatment I wouldn't.
Oh
get
yes,
it.
of course. You are starting.
I was an upcomer. So I was in my room going through my script and I had a knock at the door. It was the production manager. He said the director wanted to see me. I said, okay, where? He said he's in his room. I said, fine, no problem. So I went to the director's room and then he asked me to sit down. I sat down and he said, Alex, you know you are a very handsome young man. I was like, I just smiled. Okay. He said, in this industry, nothing goes for nothing. That was what he said. I remember because memories are still fresh on my mind. He said, nothing goes for nothing. You have to sacrifice to make it to the top. So at that point, I was thinking he was talking about money because back in Ghana here, most of the year, it's money. And then I was actually ready to do anything to get money. And, if it was money he was asking for. So he said, this industry, nothing goes for nothing. You have to make sacrifices and all that. I was still listening. Then he drew closer to me. At that point, I got confused. He held my hand. I was still confused. Then the first thing he said was, let us date. Immediately, goosebumps. I was speechless. I was confused. I was, in fact, all the feelings mixed. And he said, let us date. Let's be having sex. Okay. Don't worry. I'll put you through to my movies. I'll make sure all my other friends get you a movie to shoot almost every month. I'll get you a car. I'll get you a house here in Lagos. If only you say yes to my proposal. Of course, any other upcoming and desperate actor would have jumped to that proposal. But again, I told him, fine, no problem. Let me just go back to my room and think about it. The next day, I'll give him my answer. And he said, Alex, you know, if you should say no to my proposal, you won't act this movie again. So if you know you are going to tell me no, if you know you're going to tell me no, say it now for me to look for a replacement. I told him, don't worry, I'll give you a positive answer, but this is a life-changing opportunity. I really have to think about it. He said, okay. Immediately, I went back to my room. I locked the door. I didn't sleep. I was watching the clock. When it was 5 a.m., I picked my bag and I left the hotel and went back to my sister's house. I blocked him, put him on blacklist, and deleted his number from my phone. So I told what happened to my sister. My sister was laughing. The first thing my sister said was, welcome to Lagos. She said, this is what they do. That was what she told me. She said, this is what they do. So when I told her I was going to the man, she was just laughing because she knew what I was going to face. So when I came back, I still went for auditions here and then. Nothing positive was coming out of it.
How can something positive come? Somebody wants to be
How?
positive on your ass
How?
and give you some rules. You are negative, and how you want positivity?
So I said to myself, I'm a first degree holder in accounting. Why am I wasting what I learned in school? I'm done with acting. I'm coming back to Ghana. I'm coming to do my service and work. Yeah, so I came back to Ghana. I did my service. I completed my service, and then one day I had a call. Okay, I had a call from a very old friend of mine who was a writer back in 2010, 2011 when we were jumping from one production to another. So he called me and was like, Alex, I have a script I've written. Okay, I have an executive producer, and when I was writing this script, you were on my mind. So I wrote the script to suit you. I want you to act. I told him, I'm sorry, I'm done with acting. I'm no more acting. Okay. He said, no. Even if I'm no more acting, I have to be part of this project. So just for the sake of old time, friend, we were very good friends. I did a movie for him. So I did a movie for him, and luckily for me, I met. Okay, I won't mention her name. I met a very popular actress in Ghana here. She's very, very popular. I met her on the set, on my friend's set, okay? Because she played a sugar mommy alongside.
What's the title of the movie?
I've forgotten. That was years back.
Because if we knew the title of the movie and we knew the role the woman played, we can easily.
Of course, I knew where you were heading
to. You understand? Because so, I think it's maybe like maybe I have some names.
I've forgotten the movie.
Anama Matt Brown.
I never mentioned anyone. I've forgotten the movie. So I acted with this woman.
Jackie Appiah.
It's okay. Let me continue my story.
Yvonne Nelson. Okay, let's go.
I acted with this lady, and then I never asked for her number. She never asked for my number. A week later, I got a call from a very popular Nigerian director. I got an international call from Nigeria. Am I talking to Alex? I said, yes. He said, okay. I got your number from this woman. He recommended you. I'm coming to Ghana to shoot a movie. So I want to use you. I'm sending you the script via your email address. So I finished the discussion, and after that, I looked for the lady's number. I called her to thank her, and she was like, I shouldn't worry, and all that. So the man and his crew came down to Accra. I met up with them. We talked how much I'm going to take and all that. And then he did 2 short films, okay? And then he was about to shoot the main project that brought him to Accra. Something happened. He had to travel back to Nigeria. Now, this is what happened. He traveled back to Nigeria, and then, unfortunately, the person handling his production was the same man that asked me for money when I finished my first movie. So again, he came up with the same story. I didn't have money, so he sold the role to someone else. Someone else played the role. And then that was it. But the woman gave me a little bit of hope. I shouldn't actually give up, because she actually sat me down and talked to me. So I back then I was sending out messages to people. I want to act. I want to act. One of the directors I sent message back then now called me. This is this person. So I met him, and then his name is Clement. I met him, and then we did a movie, and the title of the movie was My Wife, My Girlfriend. So it was actually a single room movie.
Okay.
Okay. So the movie was premiered, and that movie pushed me upper in the ladder of fame. After that movie, I've done some couple of jobs. It's not as if I've given up. I've not given up, but I took a decision last year, okay, that I was not gonna do any free job again. So if anyone calls me, I want you to act for me.
What's your when you say free job? I mean, how many free jobs have you done that you think you are giving up on free jobs?
I won't lie to you. I've done not less than 30 free jobs.
30 movies,
Yes,
free jobs.
free jobs. Some I didn't even see the outcome.
We are really then. Why if job my phone put 30 in your career?
I've done that's the free ones. Those that I did coming up.
Mhm.
I at the end of the day, you even have to use your own money to feed yourself.
Feed yourself on
to
the set.
transport yourself, to contribute, production fee, location fee, transporting, and all that. Yeah, I've done so many free jobs, and I promised myself I'm not gonna do any.
You're not doing free jobs again.
Yeah, so last year and this year, I've got some couple of calls. I wanted to ask for me. When I ask how much are you paying me, there's no money in the industry, and these people are actually making money.
Of course, everybody.
making money.
We are not in this venture to.
Yes, they are making money. So I don't think I would do any free job. I know, but sincerely speaking, some of these free jobs actually paved the way for me.
Okay.
Okay, the industry players will call it you paying your dues.
Yeah, I think that's the importance of a free job. A free job is actually
you paying.
It's not actually free because at least you are also riding on something to get to where you want to get.
No, I didn't regret doing any of these free jobs because alongside I met people
but some of them are very useless.
Very, very useless.
Very useless.
But alongside I met people that actually helped me in my career. Yeah. So that is basically the whole thing. That's basically the whole thing. I have some people who write me on Instagram
telling you they want to use you.
No. Hello, I've watched some of your movies. Please, can you help me? I want to act. Can you help me? I want to act. I'm not a director. I'm not a producer.
Yeah, but you know,
I'm a fellow actor like you.
But
so tell me, how am I going to help you?
When you were coming up, you also sent some people messages that you want to.
I sent messages to the right people. I sent messages to directors and producers, but I never sent messages to fellow actors. No matter how high you are in the ladder of fame, my messages were sent to DOPs, like crew members, people behind the camera, because those are the people I believe can help. But so when I see those messages, I ignore some, but when I have time, I reply some. I just try to motivate them, and I tell them, okay, fine. If I hear of any audition, I will just let you know.
Okay, so let me take you back to when you said you have not given up and you've taken a recess, and what is making you say that? What is actually the motivating factor for you saying you've not given up? Because to me, I didn't even know that there was that idea of you are giving up. Or since you mentioned that you stopped acting for a while, you are back now. And so I didn't even have that notion. But there should be something that motivates you to tell me
to come back.
So why are you saying no? That's something that motivates you to say here that you are not giving up.
I'm not going to give up.
Yeah. What is it? Is it that because you declined every free job and the jobs are not coming, or because you took a small relaxation towards the acting phase to see something, or what? Why are you saying you have not given up?
Okay, in one of I told you that when I left Nigeria to Ghana, I gave up on acting.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I met my friend who said he has written a story. I acted for him. And the lady that I met on that set that also connected me to a different director. Okay. So I said to myself, assuming I actually came back to Ghana with the notion that I've given up, okay, I wouldn't have gotten to the level I've gotten now if I have actually given up then. But I gave up first, and then I said to myself, no, since this is what I have taken upon myself that I really want to do, if I give up, it makes me a loser. You get it?
Yeah.
Yeah, you are only a loser when you give up. But when you keep on chasing your dreams, you are still on the right path.
Okay, I understand that now. Let me also go back to the situation with you and the director that wanted to have a fuel of your motors.
Okay.
Have have there been other directors who wanted to taste what it is behind you?
So many.
They wanted to have a feel of
So
what
many.
is it that your nyash big or what? Can you just let somebody see your nyash?
I have friends here who are like, Alex, why have you slowed down? It seems you are no more there. People are not seeing you again.
Mhm.
What's going on? Are you done with your acting?
Mhm.
I just tell them that I've seen it all. Okay. It's not easy to be famous.
Mhm.
Yeah. So when I see people who have made it, I applaud them. But again, I know what it takes to be famous. If I want to be famous, I would have been famous long, long ago. If I want to follow the crowd, if I want to follow the trend, if I want to follow what people are doing to be famous, okay, I would have been famous long, long ago. I've had so, let's not even go there. I have, and most of them will be like, let's go to Nigeria, go to Nigeria. There are so many opportunities in Nigeria. Some of these are actors in Ghana here. When they get a little fame here, they go to Nigeria to continue. I have contacts in Nigeria. I have so many contacts in Nigeria. Okay. 99.9% of them are asking me for something I can never do. You get me? I'm not saying this out for it to discourage anyone watching me. No, I'm not. If you are a young, promising actor like me, don't be discouraged, okay? I'm not saying this to discourage people, but sometimes it can be very, very frustrating. And this was one of the reasons that made me give up at first. It's literally frustrating. You get an opportunity to shoot a movie, they've given you a role. At the end of the day, it's taken away from you. It's either because you're not willing to pay the money or you're not willing to dance to the tune of their music. Even till now, the man still calls me on phone. Have you changed your mind?
Mhm.
He shoots movies, he does collaboration with Hollywood. He travels, Las Vegas, Toronto, anywhere. He travels, he shoots movies, Netflix movies back to back. Every time he calls me, have you changed your mind? Have you changed your mind? And I keep telling him that I said no to you years ago. I'm telling you no today. And tomorrow I'll still tell you no. If it's God's wish or God's will that me, Alex, I make it in the industry, I will definitely make it. They say destiny can never be denied, it can only be
Of
delayed.
course.
Yeah. But for how long will it be delayed? That's the question.
Of course.
You get me? But where I've reached now, I'm actually planning to produce my first ever movie.
Okay.
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 Yes, I've put things in place. The script is ready. The money is almost ready.
Mm.
My crew
The
are
crew that
ready.
you
Yeah.
have it ready, yeah.
So they're just waiting for a phone call from me. Fine, we are shooting. We are starting shoot next week, and then we roll.
That's fine.
But I'm still trying to put one or
One or
two
two
things
things in
together.
place so
Yeah.
that when the movie comes out,
So
you
that
make
once
sure
we start, we are rolling.
it's sellable. Mm. But you see, I like your tenacity. I like your attitude. I like your zeal to push through, even though the odds want you to do something against your will. And I know this is a little bit veering towards homosexualism and other things, and you feeling so strong not to give into these things, because if somebody tells you they want to buy you a house, a car, and give you Netflix opportunities,
So many people will jump to that opportunity.
Yes.
So many people.
Yes.
I'm telling you the fact.
yes, excuse my language. If right now my eyes are clear, I'm not drunk. But if I was drunk, I'll tell you that even me, if I check my nyash, no, I
So
will.
many people.
Yes,
Let me tell you the truth. At a point in time, sometimes I want to, accept the proposal, but at the end of the day, the Bible makes us to understand
Yes.
that what shall it profit a man?
To gain the whole world and lose their soul. And once you are not somebody like that, you know that, oh, this is nothing I'll never do. For me, I know this is nothing I'll never do. You would have you let me ask you this question. Have you were you in this whole thing with some people who were given the same opportunities and they did it and now they are there?
I don't get the question.
The same proposal that was thrown to you.
Okay.
Let's do this, I'll
Yeah.
give you this, I'll give you that. Do you ever hear of any person who was also given the same proposal and did it and is now there? It's now
Okay,
a
one thing
bigger
is
name.
that, let me tell you something. These proposals that they gave me, if I had accepted these proposals, I wouldn't be here telling you my story.
It's true.
So how am I going to answer your question?
It's true.
Yeah, I wouldn't tell you.
It's true.
If I had accepted, I wouldn't be here telling you that.
It's true.
No,
Somebody
I wouldn't do that.
Really?
It's because I said no, and because I know I'll always say no. That's why I'm telling people
Yeah,
my story.
it's true.
You get it?
It's true.
And along the line, people in the Ghana movie industry, they were actually tagging me as, you know, I don't know their reason. Maybe I just don't know their reason, but I just hear it and laugh.
As what? They're tagging you as what?
They're tagging me as, you know what I'm talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
I see. Well, I believe strongly that this same proposal will be thrown to some people and they will take it and they will do it because people are actually hungry for fame.
People are hungry. Not only hungry, but desperate.
Desperate for fame. If somebody is willing to sacrifice blood for fame, of which this same show has brought out interviews of things, stuff like that that has had people wanting to sacrifice blood for fame, and you are just going to sacrifice Nyash for fame. If it was that same person that the offer was thrown to, I knew they would have taken it.
They would have.
Because of the desperation, because of the hunger, because of the zeal to be famous. Famous. The fame comes with, there are a lot of things that comes along with fame, but I am so glad that you didn't do it. If not, I would have been calling you Mrs. Alex right now.
Oh, if I had done that, trust me, you wouldn't be seeing me here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be seeing you here.
I should be cruising in one of the biggest estates in Nigeria.
I don't think there is any actor who has hit and has had his Nash scattered. You'll come here and come and tell me this person don't scatter my Nash. It will not be a possibility.
They won't
be a possibility. Okay, but going forward, trying to wrap it all up, what you have been through and your resilience towards not giving into these things. What do you have to give to anybody watching us as advice? Because I know you have been resilient enough to resist all these people. Huge opportunities like this have been on your way, and you said no to them just because of the integrity, because of the respect and the love for God. Because you just
that's the most important thing, the love for God.
Yeah, because you just said, "What shall it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose its soul?" What do you have for people out there who are desperate, eager, and hungry to be famous?
Well, I wouldn't talk much, but all I can say is, all fingers are not equal. Okay. I said no. Someone else might just jump and accept the offer.
Of course.
Okay. But I believe one thing. Okay. When you struggle, okay, to make it to the top, out of hard work, out of perseverance, out of putting in much effort and together with God, when you really, really work hard to get to the top, it will be very difficult for you to fall. But if you get to the top easy, the same way you easily got to the top is the same way you will easily fall. So if you are thinking of doing that, which will push you up to fame easily, just remember that when it's time for you to fall, he will fall and he will even be surprised. Like no one is even going to notice you in the industry.
You fall hard.
Yeah.
You fall hard. All right. So you've heard what our brother has to say. Alex, I think one of these days we'll have to come bring you over again to tell us more about it.
I have so many experiences, but for the sake of time,
for the sake of my time, I think I would like to enjoy having you over again. I actually enjoyed the Let Us Date story, because when somebody holds your hand like this,
but
it's not
sometimes
easy.
I wish it was actually a lady producer.
Oh, who would you?
Trust
who
me,
would say it?
I wouldn't even think twice to tell. Yes,
You
please. Which room? Let's go. Let's
You
go.
would say you wouldn't.
I wouldn't even think twice.
Yeah, you
I
wouldn't-
wouldn't even think twice.
You won't think twice like me. I won't think. Before I think once or twice. No, no, but it's true. I wish we had more women poaching us like this, but unfortunately, those women too will also be poaching girls.
That's it.
That's it.
The girls are also
Yeah,
going
girls
through
are
their
also be
own-
turning.
their
So the
own
girls will be
things.
wishing it's the same thing. Anyway, thank you so much for being here with me.
Yeah, and
I
thank
really
you for
appreciate.
hosting me.
Oh.
I had a nice time.
Oh,
with you.
I enjoyed myself. So this is a fellow actor. This is a fellow industry person that I have worked with. I think we are going to do something on my next project. It's a promise. So that when it's time for a project, you do it. I'll do it for you. But both sides, it will not be free because free jobs we stop the do. But I'll give you 40 cities to come. All right. Thank you so much for being with us. Again, today's experience has taught me resilience. It has taught me that even though I am supposed to make it in life, when the opportunity comes and it is a dirty one, I should not open my doors to such something like that. Why? Because of the love I have for God, because of the respect I have for my body, and because it's just icky. You get it. Somebody has gone through this experience. Somebody has gone through. I mean, I'm listening to Alex's story makes me realize that people actually go through a lot to get to get to be famous. Like the director said, nothing goes for nothing. But when it is God's appointed time for you, everything
sure.
can go for nothing. So let's just wait on our appointed time. Do what we are doing. Work hard. Make sure we don't give up. Because if at a point in time, and if I don't know, he gave up, but then still the opportunity called for him, and he took it up. But I don't even think he gave up in the first place. He just went for a recess. You get it? Because now we need cash, bending, but today, this is where we are. Please try not to give up. Try to be resilient when thick and dark things come your way. And try as hard as possible to know that your love for God is very important than any other thing in the world. My name is Ampon Kukukwachi. You can call me Kukwa Nancy on all social media handles. Or follow me at Midweeki. Me a director about sending message so so casting. Me in juice for script. What I say? Because send a boy is not genius card on the Hokai mobile. I can say more kakawati. All right. Catch you same time on another thought-provoking story and on another inspiring story. We'll talk again. Bye bye.